It feeds a compulsion and a passion that I have. It's a very addictive thing.
Antiques are a very special medium requiring intricate knowledge, and Sheryl Blackwell is a very special lady who worked as a cleaner once, dusting off items like these. Now 4 years later, she runs her own antique business.
I just love to enjoy them, and it wasn't a matter of making a living out of it. It was just came as second nature. What started off as collecting, and at my first auction making a little bit of money out of it, I just thought, my goodness, this is better than I imagined. It can get, let's buy a bit more and turn over a bit more and see what happens. And I was absolutely staggered. It just snowballed until I realised I don't have to carry on my little cleaning jobs anymore. My husband didn't have to work anymore, that this could become a viable business.
Sheryl always had an interest in items of heritage. In the late 90s, she was a housewife who worked part-time cleaning for the rich. It was during this time she knew her true calling was not cleaning the collections, but to help her clients realise the value.
This would have been late 19th century, hand-painted and gilded, the Fu lion. And again, very collectible with the Japanese marks underneath it. And the only way to learn about these is to actually hold them, to purchase them, get to know the product really well.
For a long time she worked through word of mouth and with New Zealand's most convenient outlet, Trade Me.
Hello, Prestidge Antiques.
She decided to establish her own company, Prestidge Antiques, setting up her own website and designing her company car. What was once a hobby is now a busy hive, with Sheryl and her husband Jeff working 5 days a week to keep up with their clients' healthy demand.
Now this beautiful piece, Crown Royal Derby, that's probably a 600% markup on these 6 items that I've got. So great return. What makes an antique is probably the age difference. An antique is classified as being at least 100 years old. The historic value is really important. I think of where it may have been, who would have looked in that mirror or who would have used that item, and I just think that's so exciting, and just the age and the history attached to that piece.
Sheryl worked with her clients and studied more and more about furniture, art deco and original interior accessories.
This will probably be German, and it's not every day you get a beautiful piece like that comes in. It's creative. I mean, I'm not artistic, so I'm finding creativity in what I'm doing, and having that, like I said before, that aesthetic understanding of what's going to appeal to the market that I'm aiming for. So yeah, it's good for me. I've got 3 children at home, and my husband is also at home, and it's a business we could run together, and both of us weren't going to be out of the house at the same time, and it just worked in with a young family. Auctions to begin with were very frightening and very exciting, but that's the nature of the game. You definitely got to know what you're doing, that's for sure. Yeah, but I haven't been burnt that often, so that's a good thing.
So now, instead of cleaning for the rich and famous, the rich and famous now come to Sheryl.